Peace and blessings. I'm Dr. Bobby Price, aka Dr. Holistic, and welcome to the journey where we explore natural and holistic healing. In today's video, we're going to explore, is coconut healthy for you? Okay, so we'll explore that first, and then we'll talk about, are there any benefits to coconut oil? Okay, so let's first address a lot of the sentiment around coconut oil is unhealthy. Okay. Now, let me first say this. You've probably heard, if you go on the internet and do a quick search, they'll say, hey, coconut oil is high in saturated fats, which are bad for the heart, okay? There's a huge difference between saturated fats that are cooked in heat. There's a huge difference from saturated fats that are actually coming from unnatural sources versus the coconut. And what I will also say is this. When you start to look at our ancestors, and you look at our ancestors in places who consume large amounts of coconut oil, what you see is that you don't see any issues around cardiovascular disease. You see people who are living longer without cardiovascular disease. And on top of that, you see them with beautiful skin. All right. So all we got to do is take a trip down memory lane, look at our ancestors, and we'll know very quickly that if you go to virtually every society where coconuts were able to grow, they used coconut oil, and cardiovascular disease was not an issue. And so with that, what I would say is the only thing dangerous about coconut is the fact that if it falls from the coconut tree and you so happen to be under, okay, that's the only dangerous thing about a coconut. All right. And then the other thing that I'll say is the type of coconut oil you get, because all coconut oil isn't created equally. So stay to the end of the video, because I'll tell you the one that I want you to get, the one that I get myself. Okay. Now let's get into what are the benefits of coconut oil, since our ancestors have been always using this. All right. Number one, coconut oil is high in what is called lauric acid. What is lauric acid? Well, lauric acid's benefit is that it's antimicrobial. All right. That means that it's antibacterial, it's antiviral, and it's antifungal, meaning it fights against fungus, yeast, candida. Okay. Huge benefit. All right. So it's actually helping your immune system when you ingest coconut oil because of the presence of lauric acid. All right. So that's number one. Number two. All right. For number two, I need you guys to put the kids to bed and then come back. All right. Number two, coconut oil is like a magic potion in the bedroom. All right. Especially, when you're using it for sensual massages. You can replace all those synthetic lubricants that are very unhealthy, okay, for the things that you're trying to do. And especially for those unforeseen high friction activities. All right. So coconut oil is actually perfect for that reason, because it's a natural lubricant, but also because it's antimicrobial as well, too. I've heard women complain of, irritations or concerns about their pH being thrown off vaginally. Well, the beautiful thing about coconut oil is that it's antimicrobial, which means it's antifungal, antibacterial, antiviral. Okay. Now that does not mean you go out there all willy-nilly. This is for people who are in love and are together. All right. Who have a trusted bond. But yeah, huge benefit of coconut oil as well, too. So I keep it stocked up. All right. Number three, it curbs your appetite, especially when you take it early in the morning. So what I like to do is I like to have my tea in the morning, every morning. And when I have my tea, I will put coconut oil in my tea. All right. So that starts my day off. This helps in the case where you're trying to do intermittent fasting. Okay. And if you have any struggles with, trying to extend that intermittent fasting window, add a little bit of coconut oil. The presence of the fat is what satiates you. Okay. Among all of the vitamins, the minerals, the healthy fats that are in it as well, too. So I add it to my tea. So cheers. Number four, it is loaded with what are called MCTs, okay? Medium chain triglycerides, okay? As a matter of fact, 70% of coconut oil is MCTs. All right. Now, why is that important? Because when you consume MCTs or coconut oil, it goes to the liver where it's broken down, and it's broken down and converted into what are called ketones. Now, that may sound familiar because you probably heard about the keto diet or ketosis. Well, the beautiful thing about coconut oil is this is a natural way to increase your ketones in your body, and this is why it's important. Ketones are neuroprotective. That means that they protect the brain cells, okay? They're also neurohealing. That means that they heal the brain cells. Why are those two things very important? Well, when you start to think about conditions like autism, ADD, ADHD, Alzheimer's, dementia, you need something that is neuroprotective, neurohealing, and also anti-inflammatory as well too. All right. On top of that, now you also have the antimicrobial effect as well too, coming from the lauric acid. All right. So that's a huge benefit of increasing your ketones as well too. But another benefit of the MCTs is that it also is fat burning. It promotes the burning of fat as well too. So now you get to burn some fat on top of all of that. All right. And again, coconut oil is 70% MCTs. All right. So number 5 kind of ties in with number 4, but I thought I would make it separate, is that it improves your memory. So my people out there who are struggling with brain fog, who are struggling with issues around short-term memory loss, or you walk into the kitchen and then you went in there to do something, but you forgot what it was. Again, coconut oil to the rescue. All right. Number 6, it's good for dandruff. Those out there who are struggling with dandruff, especially that itchy, flaky dandruff, coconut oil is good for that as well too. Why? Because it increases the blood flow to the scalp. All right. And secondarily, it's antifungal. All right. The reason that dandruff that you're seeing is really candida coming out of your scalp. Is yeast coming out of your scalp. All right. That's telling you a lot about your diet, but it also is telling you that you need to do something to get the candida overgrowth under control. All right. And one of the things that you can use, coconut oil. All right. At night before you go to sleep, just rub some into your scalp. Okay. Rub some into your scalp. All right. So that's another benefit of coconut oil. All right. Number 7 is optimize your oral health. Okay. Optimize your oral health. All right. And how does it do that? Going back to the lauric acid. It's antimicrobial, means it gets rid of the unhealthy bacteria, okay, that are in the mouth. The inflammation as well too, all right, with conditions like gingivitis, all right, which is an inflammation of the gums, all right. And it also helps with plaque as well too. So it could actually help to whiten your teeth as well too. All right. And you can do this by doing oil pulling. All right. So every morning or every other morning, you could take maybe a teaspoonful of the coconut oil, swish it around in the mouth for about 2 to 3 minutes, spit it out in the garbage, and voila. Okay. You've essentially got rid of microbes. You help with the plaque issue. You help with the inflammation, and you've extended the life of your oral health. Okay. You've optimized your oral health. Okay. So that's just one of the cheat codes when it comes to coconut oil. All right. Number 8 is good for women when it comes to hormonal balance. All right. What I mean by that is coconut oil has been shown to have a positive effect on estrogen levels. Okay. So that means is if you are estrogen dominant, you're producing too much estrogen, which ultimately could be the issue around your severe cramping, your severe PMS, then coconut oil could have a positive effect on normalizing or helping to normalize your estrogen levels. Okay. Now, of course, it starts with diet, it starts with detoxification to get rid of those, excessive estrogens, but coconut oil can have a positive effect as well too. So that's a really good thing as well too. And again, these are benefits on top of benefits. All right. And then finally, number 9, coconut oil is good for seizures. Okay. Now, make it make sense, Doc. Seizures? Really? Well, where do seizures happen? In the brain. Okay. What do I say about coconut oil? They're high in MCTs, which ultimately are converted into ketones in the liver. Okay. And then they're neuroprotective, they're neurohealing, they're anti-inflammatory. All of that is what helps with not only issues around, you know, Alzheimer's, dementia, but also seizures as well too. And there's plenty of studies to corroborate that as well too. All you got to do is sort of do a quick search: coconut oil, MCTs, epilepsy, or seizures. And you'll see there's a plethora of studies to confirm it. All right, so hugely important. Now, I told you I was going to tell you what kind of coconut oil to get. Make sure that it is unrefined, not refined. Okay, so it needs to say unrefined. It then needs to be cold pressed. Okay, and then secondarily, it needs to be organic. Tertiary, it needs to be organic. So unrefined, cold pressed, organic, so you don't have to panic. All right. And you'll get all of those benefits, including all of the benefits that I talked about in today's video. So make sure you share this information. Want to get this type of message out, because there's a lot of things out there that are natural, that are literally in our refrigerator, in our cupboards, that could heal us, but we're not incorporating in our lifestyle on a daily basis. So we're not actually receiving any of the benefits. All right. So hit the subscribe button to show me that, you know, like, this is the kind of content you want me to create. Let me know topics in the actual comments that you want me to sort of create for new videos in the future as well too. And as always, till the next time, peace and blessings and Godspeed.